So this is game number 4 of the Hidden Cup 3 Grand Final, and believe it or not, Saladin can already take this series and win this tournament and take the biggest prize pool that has ever been handed out within the last 20 years of Age of Empires 2. How much is on the line here in this Grand Final? Do you know that?
I don't know the exact distributions for the prize, but yeah, having more than $50,000 up for grabs is certainly a huge milestone. It's not been this large since 2001. So yeah, about 20 years, 19 years, about that. It's definitely a big event.
So in this matchup, I'm quite sure it has to be at least something like 15k, 15,000 US dollar, if not even 20 or 25k. And since the prize pool is still rising until the tournament is completely over, it could easily be even more than 25k on the line in this game, but at least 15,000 US dollar for the winner of, well, not this particular game, but this set of games. It's a best of 7, so whoever wins 4 games first takes the series and takes the largest share of the prize pool of this tournament. And Saladin is on a good way to do so. He's playing as the Indians now against Kotian Khan with Incas. In which of the semifinals did we see Incas again on slopes?
I think it was for the first semifinal. The second semifinal was actually Indians Mirror, and it was one player not going for fish at all.
Ooh, Saladin might not gonna be prepared for that, but this time he's playing it better than Joan the mate did. Saladin is going for shorefish first with his villagers, as he should, since Indian villagers are working 15% faster if they're taking fish. So sweet stuff for him. He's setting himself up better than Joan the mate did, and it can still, if he won't take a good lead early on, get really dangerous really fast for the Indians, since until they are in post-Imperial, they don't have a good answer to Eagle Warriors from Castle Age all the way to mid-Castle Age. Mid-Imperial Age, I mean, not mid-Castle, from early Castle Age all the way to mid-Imperial, where Indians could get to their hand cannoneers.
Right. Do you think we are going to see Kochen trying to make this extremely messy as we saw in the first semifinal? I'm waiting to see a barracks coming out. Oh yeah, he's going to be taking fish as well. So both players are going to be taking fish. I'm waiting to see the barracks coming out just to be sure. Last time, I think during the first semi-final, actually both players had the fish on the same side, right?
I don't remember.
I'm not completely sure, because I don't recall if he went for the barracks with the villagers from the fish, or if he went for the barracks on his main base.
I'm quite sure it was on main base throughout both of the semi-finals. Not 100% sure, but I still see some pictures in my mind of those last games, without the names, but with barracks at home.
Right. Well, he's not going for it just yet. He's going to be on 19 villagers already. What do you think about this?
Let's see. I think your playback speed is slightly faster, so he just clicked up for me now. I'm at 10-12, even though we both have normal.
I am 7 and 25.
I meant 7-12, yeah. Now I'm 7:30. Well, then we have to be synced, right?
Yeah, it's fine, it's
Perfect.
fine. 7:36, 7:40.
I like it more without the barracks. Depending on what you scout, though, you have to be active with your eagle. So if you find
going to send villagers. Yeah,
he's sending only 7, even 1 low HP. I heavily disagree with such a low number. He's also to stone quite late. If you want to get the fullest potential out of this strategy, you go to stone already in Dark Age. After you went with for your mill and your lumber camp, like of course lumber camp first, then mill. As soon as you have the wood for another drop-off building, you want to have a villager already there to build it, and then have 2 villagers mine gold for quite some time in the Dark Age, so you don't need more than 2 villagers for a long time on stone, because then they pile up quite a lot of stone for like 3 towers already. Blacksmith coming up immediately, aggressively though.
This is a much better response for Saladin. He spotted the villagers coming forward, and he is going to bail out the fishing ships, so or the fishing, sorry. And now Kochan's gonna have to work much harder.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's see his reaction. Oh no, he's going for a stable. I can't see this working out. I've been in this situation so often that I got Inca rushed myself. I don't remember a stable to have worked out a single time. I remember archers to have worked out quite a lot of times straight away. Also a lot of militia in the Dark Age. Even occasionally straight tower defense and men-at-arms, but never a stable.
Right. Well, man, if the green players who we think we shouldn't be ruling him out, but I am certainly looking forward to see how he's going to deal with this. He's already got the second walls behind the original walls.
Kotian Khan trying to be annoying, killing a deer there of Saladin. Not sure what that was about to lose his villager there. He has a +1/+1, but well, you can't build on this weird stone terrain there, can you?
Yeah.
Couldn't wall in his villager. Eagle Scout also now down for him, and builds his second tower out of range of his first tower. Huge mistake. He can't take down those green villagers battering down his second tower. Now,
well, if you're going to be playing Kochan in this situation, you certainly cannot afford to make these mistakes. This is certainly the kind of thing that is going to allow Saladin to come back from this position.
Well, here he's harassing the hunters of Kotian Khan though, but he's not doing the best job of microing his villagers. Now even fighting uphill a little bit against the scout, lost the villager there. Sure, you kill the scout, but the scout can't take resources, the villager can. So eventually, just trading military units against more and more villagers, Kotian Khan would run out of villagers at that rate and just die, even though the KDs might be even.
Do you remember the final? So who do you think the blue player is?
I said Leary from the beginning, but...
Leary, right. Well, this
I don't think Leary would lose like that against the Viper, so that makes me more think it's Hera.
Right, yeah, this is reminding me of NEC 3's final, where Hera went for a very YOLO, very weird strategy for the match point during the final series, and he got destroyed. And it seems like it's going to be the same situation over here. He's already 6 villagers behind, and he doesn't even have walls with the fishermen.
Oh, this is quite bad. Well, he doesn't need when he has upgrades on his villagers, but you can't have low HP villagers taking shellfish there. But he had.
It's going to be against 4 scouts though, 3 villagers left.
The more time passes, the more he needs that. Well, nice quick walls, but he's going to fail with the last piece. I also don't think Leary would have failed there. Well, he's still involved in that tower fight up there. But look at him. Look at the villager discrepancy.
All villagers going down.
8 villager difference in favor of Saladin.
That was beautiful micro for Saladin as well. He pulled out the weak scout before it took the last hit, and he was able to survive with all 4.
And the second wave is coming in.
Yes.
So Kotian Khan gave the boxing gloves to those villagers. He's going to send them to that tower, trying to batter it down. Green sees that with his palisade, though. What you gonna batter down now, Blue? Well, he's sending in 11 villagers as he should have done in early feudal age already.
Oh god.
Building the tower inside there. Now, what is Green's reaction going to be to that? He even forgot a villager there who built that house. So, he could use that. Not sure. It will probably die, or he will just delete a couple pieces of walls there. Now, Cody and Khan is going for... And the tower got destroyed! Oh, this is so bad.
It got destroyed?
No, actually, I think he deleted it. I'm not sure.
I think he deleted. Yeah.
It looked like it got destroyed, since it immediately happened after a villager hit there.
This is beautiful micro for the green player as well. He's gonna end up taking villagers from blue.
A good job by blue as well, but it's just not as on point. That shouldn't
now
happen.
we have a defensive tower coming out for Saladin as well, and
well, this tower is going up for blue. He's trying to wall in this girl, this move, dropping another piece of palisade there. Not sure why. Maybe just to laugh at him. Now you failed with the quick wall.
Now he's going to push Coach and he's going to push Saladin away from here.
Yeah. It's getting more and more dangerous for Saladin though. He doesn't have the answers for the time being. 5 on stone for him, walling in those builds, but lost quite a considerable part of his economy. One could make an argument that maybe blue should use a few villagers to batter down the stable. I think it's better off to do what he's just doing, trying to do damage to that wood line. What he needs now is another wave of villagers coming in from the front, and he has high HP villagers at home. Why are they still sitting at home? Just send those 14 high HP villagers forward and get another tower train going before green can get to too many archers.
I don't know if Blue's gonna be able to pull this off. He's trying to make it messy, but he's already 11 villagers behind. And he's going to lose this tower as well. Does he have enough resources? He has enough resources to go for extra towers, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Green's going to have enough resources to react as well.
Yeah.
That was not the case earlier on when Coach was bringing the second and third towers inside Saladin space. But now that, of course, it's not the same situation. Saladin managed to stabilize the situation. He's going to be going for a defensive tower on the left-hand side of the base.
Stealing the gold of Saladin now. Well, Saladin still has 4 villagers actually sitting in that tower up there, so that could be a target of Coltian, but
Saladin's going to send a few archers forward as well.
Yeah, and Coltian has nothing to deal with it.
Fletching.
Oh, he's producing an eagle now.
Oh man.
He needs at least 2-3 to deal with it, and even then, archers can still hit and run. I don't understand why. Oh, okay. So green is not on gold at the moment, so that's why he's not producing. And
Oh, the scouts. Scouts and archers?
Oh yeah, oh god, this is so bad for blue. He's
Coach wide open.
Yeah, he's slamming down a tower on his second wood line as his first one is about to run out. Is he going to get the quick walls done? No, he's not. Oh, the scouts are coming in. Archers moving in as well. But they're wisely ignoring the tower builders because there's much more damage they could do elsewhere, as the tower was undeniable.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, on the bright side, Cochin's economy is going to be small enough that it's going to be easy for him to rearrange his villagers.
Yeah.
But that's, of course, not really that good.
That's a beautiful move by you to keep the hype going. A beautiful expression.
Yeah, man, but it's already so green for blue. We are going to have 14 villagers already for green, and economy, well, Coach is going to have more food surprisingly, but it's not going to be long-lived. Right now, Saladin's going to be taking that mill down from Coach on the berries. It's not going to make a huge difference, but those archers, they can zone farmers out.
Kotian Khan also doesn't have a single eco upgrade.
Yeah.
So, and even if he wants to get, well, he still has that mill down there. But yeah, this would be expensive. Not sure if he even should go for
Take a look at Saladin's left
eco
side.
upgrades. Building a tower there. Huge farm economy by him. Huge remote farm area actually. In the middle of the feudal age, so I gotta love that.
He even went for a tower to push.
He's even walling this new base of his. This is such a beautiful adaptation to the situation by him.
For sure. For sure now he's about to finish researching wheelbarrow, and he's going to still remain an 11 villager lead. He's going to hold on to an 11 villager lead.
Well, he's also closing in more and more to the resources to get to click to castle age. And
impressively enough, yeah, Kochan's getting the market up, and he's gonna be able to click up faster even.
Now the question is, should maybe Saladin have played... Oh, and yeah, Kochan is on the way up. Should Saladin maybe play this one all in feudal? Since the Indian army composition, the longer the game goes on, struggles more and more against eagles.
Right. That is a fair point. I'm not really sure. Well, I guess now it's too late as both players are going up. What can he do from this position? He's getting double bit axe, he's getting a few eagles.
Yeah, make this the second barracks as he does. Probably even a third one and pray. Get Eagle Warrior upgrade immediately. Once he is in Castle Age. And play this all out aggressive, I'd say. Even with an aggressive siege workshop or something as well. Yeah, aggressive siege workshop, add in scorpions if your opponent is going for cavalry archers, since cavalry archers deal only 1 damage per shot to scorpions, but they deal multiple damage per shot to mangonels, since a scorpion has 7 pierce armor and mangonel has 6 pierce armor.
What do you think about this mining camp coming up for Kochan? Do you think he's going to want to go for extra DCs, or does he want to go for towers in the north, Saladin space?
Could be both. Well, that goal was denied, so first of all he had to make his villagers busy somehow, but he had a lumber camp still there, so...
Well, this engagement...
Not sure if he even knows himself now. Probably more an aggressive approach with towers. And what are those eagles going to achieve? Oh, even though they're still in feudal... Oh, never mind, he was in Castle Age. So, nice move by him, utilizing this attack bump eagles get. They get 3 extra attack when you reach Castle Age, and now he has to make use of them as fast as he can, as Saladin is preparing a swordsman, man-at-arms, building a town center at the woodline there, and another one at the other woodline, so only outside town centers. That's basically going to be his new main base.
Yeah, you gotta love Saladin's small eco outposts around the map, just completely walled. It reminds me of the campaign missions, you know, to defeat the Britons. They just have like 5 tiles of palisades with 1 castle inside, and they're going to call it the base.
With which civilization?
When you're playing Joan of Arc, I think.
Don't remember.
Oh yeah, you had to destroy the English outposts, castles, I think.
Don't remember that exact mission.
Yeah, it's alright. This game is certainly more interesting than that.
So we got 9 longswords, and Kochan can going for an archery range. I heavily disagree with that choice. Slingers, because they're going to be flattened by cavalry archers, while scorpions still feel rather fine with both types of units Saladin is dishing out here. One could also make an argument that maybe Kochan should play this 1 range, 1 siege workshop. So Scorpion Slinger mix, since Slingers are ridiculously strong against longswords, while with Scorps you still need a considerable number before you can be safe that the longswords aren't just going to dive for your long sports
Yo, man.
for your
The
scores?
Gold miners from Coach and are
Oh,
getting
yeah.
a tower up there, but everything going wrong for the blue player.
Yeah, it's looking so bad. Now he's garrisoning them. 3 villagers in there. But this tower is plainly going to go down in no time to those longswords. Now he's engaging, bringing in the slingers as well. And the slingers, look at them, being just one-shot by those cavalry archers.
Yes.
That's the problem about archery ranged units.
Well, it's certainly looking like GG, and the GG is going to be cold. What is this series?
Saladin, very likely to be the Viper. Isn't the reveal also supposed to happen within the next couple minutes?
Yeah, it's supposed to
so
happen.
we are going to find out who every single player of this tournament was. So really impressive performance by Saladin. I think Kotian can do better than he did, or the player who is behind his identity, that is, than he did throughout this, throughout those grand finals. But well, 4-0 swipe if you don't bring on your A game in the finals of the biggest Age of Empires tournament in the last 20 years with the largest prize pool as well. You're just gonna get swamped, that's for sure. Especially if you are not the favorite going into the tournament.
Man, I'm having some connectivity issues right now.